You're welcome back to The Pulse on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. Now, roads have become a major issue ahead of the elections in December, as many communities threatening to boycott the polls over bad roads. Such is the posture of residents of Kenyasi and other towns in the Kwabre East District of the Ashanti region who are exposed to uncontrolled dust. Their reason is what they say is government's failure to fix the deplorable Kumasi-Antwa road despite appeals and demonstrations. Prince Apia took a trip to some of the communities and reports that residents and other road users are at risk of respiratory diseases.
About 2 years ago, residents of Kenyasi embarked on a demonstration because of the bad nature of the roads here. Now, a few months ago, contractors began work on this particular stretch of road, but it seems work has halted, and the result is that dust has engulfed the whole community and nearby ones. The Kenyasi-Antwa road has been in this state for almost 8 years. It has been shuffled at least among 4 contractors since 2007. The nature of the dusty road now is making life unbearable for residents. Ahmed Jewa explains how his son developed dust-induced infection.
My son has been suffering from infection due to the dust. I always have to take him to the hospital. Doing business here is very bad. It exposes our health to a lot of danger.
Shop owners have been compelled to close down because selling by the roadside has become risky to both sellers and buyers. A few who breeze through the heavily polluted environment are aware of the consequences.
The dust here is all over. We want them to do something about this bad road. Our customers refuse to buy our food because the place is dusty. This is really affecting our business.
Motorists, especially commercial drivers who ply the route, have their share in the danger.
The road is very bad and unmotorable, and the dust is affecting our health. So we cover our noses with a handkerchief to prevent dust from entering.
Construction equipment had been abandoned at the time of my visit. Assemblyman for Kenyasi Osewusu says the contractor explains about inadequate funds for expedited work.
Now we because they say no.
They started 3 weeks ago, but now it's been abandoned. The dust is killing us, as you can see for yourself. We asked the contractor why he has kept long with the road. He told us he hasn't been paid for the work done at Asokore Mampong, so he's just decided to do something on our road. Now we don't know our fate.
Aggrieved residents of these communities give a hint of boycotting the upcoming polls, and it's just 3 miles or about 5 kilometers from the community to Kumasi.
Well, the Ashanti Regional Police Command has arrested some 8 persons for dealing in fake solar tech electrical products. National Criminal Investigation Department sanctioned an operation earlier last week to clamp down on suspected offenders. Joy News' Chrissy Debra reports.
A team of police personnel from the regional command and officials of Solartech Electronics Ghana picked up the suspects in the central business district of Adum. About 230 fake items believed to have been supplied from Nigeria and China were retrieved in the operation. Police Public Relations Officer at the Regional Command, ASP Yusuf Tanko, says the exercise is necessary as concerns about fake electrical cables causing fire outbreaks increase.
The most important and serious aspect was is that the items that are being, or the products that are being faked are things that protect appliances. And the danger is because it's not original, it can damage your appliance. Not only that, it can also cause fire outbreaks that can bring a whole building down and even cost lives. So,
reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
Now, the Center for Scientific and Industrial Research says Ghana has the potential to become Africa's leader in tomato production if greenhouse farming is expanded. Director of Crop Research at CSIR, Dr. Stella Ama-Inin, points out the country must be spared the influx of foreign tomato and its products. She was speaking at a practical training on tomato cultivation in greenhouse and open field for farmers and other interest groups in Kumasi.
Greenhouse farming involves protection of plants against climate, pests and nutrient deficiency in restricted space. China accounts for 31% of the world's tomato production, with annual levels of over 50 tons. Ghana is so far the largest importer of tomato paste, second only to Germany. According to Dr. Enin, Ghana can overturn the scales if farmers get the needed support.
Ghana is spending over $100 million importing tomatoes, either in the fresh form or tomato paste. But we have varieties here that we can use for our normal dishes and also for processing into tomato paste. So ultimately, we expect that we will be able to cut down on the amount of money we spend on imports. In fact, I am hopeful that with the support, if the farmers are able to get some support to put up these structures and to go into the production, Ghana should be able to produce more than what we need, process and even export.
Government of India is collaborating with Ghana for a pilot research project on tomato production in Ghana. The project, which will cost $1 million, will engage stakeholders in large and profitable cultivation. Project coordinator Akhilesh Tiwari is upbeat farmers will recoup their investment in less than 4 years.
Investment is high, but you can see we can get 10 times more production in comparison of open field. So in 2-3 years, farmer can get good money and make good money in 2-3 years. Initially investment is high, but production is also very high in comparison of.
Though participants are happy about the project, they have funding concerns.
This initiative will help farmers a lot.
This is good news. It seems to be free from sickness. Government should support farmers financially.
Reporting for Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
Now, what do you look out for when you're trying to get on a commercial vehicle to your destination? Do you shout, Tema Tema Labadi, or maybe Old Road for Medina? Well, the competing shouts of bus conductors overriding each other's voices so you can hardly hear what the other is saying are common at lorry terminals across the country. This is what bus conductors do on a regular to call the attention of passengers to get on board. But there's more to what you hear at the terminals. It's called the art of shadowing. Join us, Wanda Hagan has more in this report.
This is a typical scene at the vehicle stations on a sunny day. It's an off-peak period for commercial transport operations. Trotro drivers and mates do all they can to attract passengers in the midst of scarcity. It's a sharp contrast to the situation during the rush hour. This time, the driver's mate is the lord of the road, knowing several commuters need their services desperately to get home after a hard day's work. The lean hours see driver's mates struggling to solicit for passengers using a technique they call shadowing. Interestingly, this has a lot more than it looks. It actually is a skill that requires more than you see. One that is learnt by these mates when they make their decision to become a driver's mate. They tell me it's a necessity. These driver's mates are trained to solicit for passengers. They are, however, not guaranteed that job as their services are requested as and when they are needed.
So now person who oba bane achre ya do bet na kan na do movie baby e be ko bia na utim na we nti wo be perfect na amount abeye adwuma na nipa na o perfect akwa another one wo di be kan ho there so onye perfect wo be shedo no e bia obi o man so nani no aka so ene ekọ na ompe say na wo ye adwuma na ompe no akofa another person
shadow na na shadow wa no adwuma no terms oba agese ye kire wansa na wa obema o mate bi o wa ye adwuma no bi da na no na ye adwuma na wa kire o style obi a pe no o si pan na de
call the block factory call the container does bebre but rasta na say agidi intena the bushim oba na say omo pa ya o master no ofo bi ono de omo dada no be kire wa anti hu no kwa so a na de omo dada no wasi ono kura lances dada no wasi me fe wa betu.
I'm sad also that the people will be able to come to enter my car. The station is so large enough that no, if you are coming to my place, you will not be able to know. But if I'm south, then maybe the person will hear and then come and enter my car.
In the scorching sun, these conductors shout, taking little pauses when they get exhausted from this tiring job. The taxis, however, have a different system of running their business.
So you heard it from the trotro drivers. It, however, appears to be a different situation with the taxis. So let's get closer and find out how they attract customers for their vehicles.
We don't normally shout. We just put the soundboard on the car. When those who know that we are loading the street here, Laboni and the other places here, when they come, they just look at the soundboard and come to the car. They board the car. That's all.
Drivers in the Wahana taxi no station. We are sometimes no. I new one. A new one now. I need here machine. And I would demand also. And I confirm we say at station wa into be pie. Baby I walk on. Say be a walk so with the machines ABC one no apa no I board was so.
Wanda Hagan, Joy News, Accra.
So yeah, you know, you now know the backstory of Madina Uru, or what they call the art of shadowing in Accra. We'll go for a short break now. When we come back, we'll do some sports, and I've got my interest in the latest AFCON draw and what it will mean for the Black Stars heading into the Next Nations Cup. Details after the break. Stay with us.